Ronnie kicks Tracy out of the mansion. Ronnie kicks Tracy out of her house, and Alexis strikes a deal with Drew. Tuesday, October 21, 2025. Today on General Hospital, Jordan tells Anna that Portia is pregnant, Lulu and Lucas compare notes about Michael and Willow, and Tracy is certain something fishy is going on with Ronnie. Credit, ABC screenshot. All products and services featured are independently chosen by editors. However, soaps.com may receive a commission on orders placed through its retail links, and the retailer may receive certain auditable data for accounting purposes. All products and services featured are independently chosen by editors. However, soaps.com may receive a commission on orders placed through its retail links, and the retailer may receive certain auditable data for accounting purposes. Alexis is at home when Drew barges in and she calls him out on it. He states the door was unlocked, and says he's going to make her an offer she can't refuse. He offers to double, even triple her normal fee if she will take Willow's case. Alexis refuses, so Drew ups his offer. Drew offers to drop the restraining order against her and let her spend time with Scout. Alexis is appalled that he's using his child as a bargaining chip and orders him to get out of her house. Drew asks if this is what Sam would want her to do. Drew swears she won't have to deal with him. Willow will call the shots. Alexis will take Willow's case on one condition. Kai apologizes. Kai meets with Curtis at Bobby's and explains he's working hard to regain Trina's trust. Lulu interrupts them to talk with Curtis about a lead she's pursuing in Drew's shooting and an article she's writing as a freelancer. Curtis hopes she'll bring her story to Aurora when it's done. She says she will, thanks Curtis, and leaves them. Curtis confides in Kai that he and Portia are divorcing, and Trina's going to need someone on her side. Kai promises to help Trina in any way he can. Curtis thanks him. Kai tells Curtis his eyes are open to who Drew is, and he's sorry he didn't listen to Curtis' warning. Curtis is glad the young man has seen Drew's colors. Kai asks if it is wrong to keep working for a man he has zero respect for. If he quits, it will cut off the contacts he's been making that could lead to a job down the road for him. Curtis suggests that he stay with Drew, but maintain his own sense of right and wrong. Is Michael guilty? Across the pub, Lulu is working when Lucas shows up, and she invites him to join her. Lucas wants the skinny on the Quartermaine tea party. Lulu tells him about overhearing a conversation between Michael and Dante, and Michael admitted that if he shot Drew, he'd be dead. She also tells him that Michael said he wished he had framed Willow to send her to jail. Lulu says that in that moment she was convinced Michael wasn't speaking hypothetically. Lucas counters and believes Willow is also capable of violence. Lucas rants about what Willow has done to her kids, saying she's not mentally healthy or a good mom. She blames Drew for losing her kids, and along with the whole sleeping with Nina, it could have given Willow the push to shoot him. Lucas also warns Lulu that Carly won't forgive her for bad-mouthing Michael in the press. Plus, she could be helping a guilty woman go free. Lulu says one could argue that Michael has goaded Willow the whole time and twisted her into who she's become. Lucas believes Drew did that and says Michael is a good man. Lulu says, so is Sonny, and he can also be ruthless. The tea party from hell. In the foyer of the Quartermaine place, Portia insists to Jordan that she is not pregnant. Jordan brings up all the food she avoided today and she saw her with Dr. Navarro, so does Curtis know? Portia tells Jordan to mind her business and storms out. Jordan quickly calls Anna to meet her at the Brown Dog. In the living room, Liz helps Stella clean up the teacup she dropped. Meanwhile, Olivia runs to get Ronnie water, and Brooke Lynn tells Tracy that they should get some fresh air. Ronnie, whom everyone thinks is drunk, keeps poking at Tracy. Tracy grabs a vase to dump water on Ronnie, but the others stop her. Ronnie says the room is spinning and she falls over on the couch. Tracy says it's clear that everyone has now met the real Ronnie, who is a drunk. Ronnie swears she is not drunk and hasn't had one drop of booze. Felicia checks Ronnie's teacup and smells nothing. Ronnie swears she's not drunk, but she has an idea. Suddenly, Ronnie claims someone slipped her a Mickey. Tracy tells her to drop the act and go sleep it off. Ronnie insists she's not drunk, but Tracy has been working hard to convince everyone she is. She accuses Tracy of drugging her to humiliate her. Brooke Lynn asks her granny if she did this, but Tracy says she'd never. Olivia reminds her that she got Alexis drunk and framed her for drunk driving. Tracy swears she didn't drug her. Ronnie has had it with Tracy and announces that it's her turn to talk. Ronnie says she tried to get along with her, but from the moment they met, Tracy has been a complete witch to her. Ronnie says she was impressed by the life her sister had made for herself and thought her sister had it good. However, now she pities Monica, and she'd rather be dead broke and living in the streets than put up with Tracy's tantrums. Tracy has treated her like a thief, even though all she wanted was to learn more about Monica. Ronnie tells Brooke Lynn she was so kind to organize this party, but her grandmother used her kindness to humiliate her. Ronnie calls Tracy spiteful and cruel, and she won't put up with it. She yells, "Tracy, get out of my house. And don't come back." What happens at the Brown Dog? At the Brown Dog, Joss tells Trina she has this feeling that something is weighing on her friend. Trina confides that her parents are getting a divorce. She tells Joss the whole Heather Drew blackmail story. Trina admits she feels partially to blame, but Joss assures her none of this is on her. Joss tells Trina that relationships are complicated and sometimes things don't work out. That's when Trina spots Jordan arriving. Jordan sits with Anna and tells her Portia is lying to Curtis again. She tells Anna that it's finally over between Curtis and Portia, but they haven't told anyone. Now Portia is pregnant and hasn't told Curtis. Jordan is sure Curtis won't leave Portia now, as he never got to raise Trina. Anna points out that if Portia is keeping this a secret, maybe she isn't planning on keeping the baby. Jordan admits it's a possibility, but if Portia isn't going to tell Curtis, should she? Portia heads to work in a mood, and Isaiah asks her what's wrong. She says she just came from the tea party from hell. They head to her office, and she rants that Jordan can't mind her business and suspects Curtis told Jordan about the divorce. Isaiah has a way to improve her mood and tells her his cabin renovations are almost done. They can use it as an escape from everyone and everything. He talks about wining and dining her this weekend. Portia would love it but isn't sure this is the best time for that. In the show's final moments. At the Brown Dog, Trina interrupts Anna and Jordan's conversation, asking to speak to Jordan alone. Anna leaves them and Trina asks if she knows about her parents getting a divorce. Jordan knows and she's sorry. Trina believes her parents can work things out and asks Jordan to give her parents space to do so. Anna joins Joss and calls her out on her new job. Joss says this is not a conversation for a bar. Anna asks Joss if she heard the name Caesar Faison while at the Five Poppies, but Joss can't tell her because Anna is not with the WSB. Anna says Joss is in a situation that could get dangerous and she needs her. In Portia's office, she rethinks Isaiah's offer and agrees to go to the cabin with him this weekend, as it will give them a chance to talk about them and other things. At Bobby's, Curtis warns Kai that Drew will do anything even illegal to save Willow. So, if Kai runs into trouble, call him. Lulu tells Lucas that Sonny's upbringing must have affected who Michael is, and he seems to justify anything he does as long as it protects his kids. Lucas admits Willow thinks the same way. At Alexis, she agrees to represent Willow if Drew lifts all the restraining orders, not just hers. He won't lift Danny's and Seed's about Jason's kid. She asks what is wrong with him and how he could be so horrible to Sam's kid. Drew snaps, "He's not my kid." Drew says this is his final offer. Scout can see anyone but Danny. Alexis takes it. At the QS, Tracy tells Ronnie that she can't throw her out, but sadly nobody stands up for Tracy. Olivia tells her that she's been horrible to Ronnie since day one, and Brooke Lynn tells her granny that she brought this on herself. Tracy says she's been kicked out before, but she always makes it back in because she's a Quartermain. She calls Ronnie a sister to Monica in name only, and it was cruel of Monica to leave the house to Ronnie and only a jar of relish to the woman she spent the last 40 years with. However, Monica was never cruel and something is very wrong here. Tracy declares this is not Ronnie's house and will never be her home. However, she's leaving with every photo of her family and her prized possessions. Tracy storms out.